Hey guys, so I'm home for the weekend and I've been out in the garage with the guys. I have three guy friends that I usually hang out with the most, Josh, Gabe, and Matt. And Gabe is building a mud truck to take in mud runs, and literally the back of the truck I can walk under without a problem. So the truck itself is about at least 5 feet off the ground. The tires are as tall as I am, which is fucking awesome. The truck is so amazing, and I cannot wait for him to get it running so we can take it in mud runs this summer. It's going to be so much fun. It's kind of funny because I'm pretty girly. Like, I'm trying to be more girly anyway. It's hard for me, but I'm trying to expand my likes and dislikes because, as you can see, I usually wear blue or other cool colors, so I'm trying to expand to pink and other bright colors for spring. And I come home and the guys kind of look at me like I'm crazy because they know I don't like pink and my nails are pink, and I'm out in the garage with them getting all grungy and working on the truck with them and everything, and it's just kind of, I don't know, it's funny the difference between being at school and being home with the guys. It's kind of like I have a split personality almost, because most people at my college would never guess that I'm redneck. I guess that's the term you would use because, I mean, I'm going into camp tonight because Josh has a camp out in the woods that we go to. It's like a little building out in the woods, and we take the Jeep out and go stay in the camp and drink and play poker and, shoot the shit. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know, like, I guess I'm a secret redneck. So, I don't know. It's kind of funny. I mean, nobody would really look at me and be like, oh yeah, she loves to go mudding with the guys and go fishing and hunting and all that crazy stuff. But that's kind of how I was raised to, I don't know, I live in a very rural area, I guess you would call it. Where I go to school is a city, but most of you guys probably wouldn't really call it a city because it's not that big, even in my opinion. But I grew up in a very small, it's called like a fishing village because most people in my town are lobstermen, and my dad is one. So I grew up around a lot of guys. I never really had many girlfriends because, well, girls kind of suck. I mean, you know what? You guys know what I mean. Like, guys are so much easier to hang out with. They just don't care. You can hang out and relax, and it's fun. And you don't have to worry about anything. Girls are just so complicated, you know? It's just not fun. So I tend to hang out with guys more than girls, and it's just easier for me. I don't know, I get along better with guys just because I don't know, I just always have. I always was a tomboy in grammar school and everything, so I usually hung out with guys anyway because I didn't really like all the stuff that the girls did. I didn't do my makeup, I didn't go get my nails done or go shopping or any of that stuff. I was, going fishing with the guys or going into camp or, going on the boat with my dad. I never really was that girly even as a kid, but I'm slowly starting to expand my borders a little bit. But I don't know, it's funny what the guys actually notice when I come home. Josh pointed out as soon as I walked into the garage, he's like, "Are your nails pink?" And I was like, yeah, and he's like, "What's wrong with you? Are you sick?" Because I don't like pink. I've never liked pink because it's just that color where, it just says, hey, I'm girly. And I've never really been that way, so for them it's just kind of weird. I don't know. It's funny the reaction I get out of them. But, so no, it should be a fun weekend. I'm pretty excited to go into camp. I miss hanging out with them. It's a huge stress reliever. Like, that's what I do on my weekends. When I have a long week at school where I work my butt off to get good grades, I come home and I hang out with the guys because it's just fun. Like, we hang out and talk about trucks and going mudding and just have fun, and it's so nice to just be able to hang out with people who don't care. You can just be yourself, say what you want, do what you want, and nobody's going to judge you, nobody cares. It's nice. It really is. I'm very lucky to have them in my life, that's for sure. But the crazy thing is, it's hailing outside. It's not raining and it's not snowing, it's hailing. And it's kind of painful. I just walked in from the garage and I got pelted with hail. Like, it's coming down really hard. So it's a little nuts outside right now. It's supposed to supposedly turn into snow, which I'm not excited about because I want spring to get here. Because I hate snow. I hate snow. I hate snow. So I'm hoping it turns to rain later because that means more mud and more mudding. So, no, I don't know if you guys really know the redneck culture, I guess what you would call it. Usually it consists of a bunch of guys getting in their beat-up vehicles and taking them out onto trails in the middle of nowhere and driving around in the mud and getting stuck and having to have other people pull them out and all that kind of stuff. It's really fun. Honestly, it is so much fun to just sit in a vehicle that's jacked up with huge tires on it, go out in the mud, drive around. Like, it's really fun. It's a huge stress reliever. So, I don't know. I'm happy. I'm content to be home, that's for sure. I've been working really hard at school. I actually have the highest grade in my psychology class out of all 4 of her classes. So, yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself. I did really good in that class, and it's psychology, which I've never really been that good at. So, I'm quite proud of myself, honestly. But I only have like a month left of school, and then I'm on summer break, which kind of sucks because my summer job doesn't start for like another month after school gets out, so I'm going to have nothing to do for a whole entire month, and I'm probably going to go a little bit insane. But, I'm so exhausted. I was up until almost 6 o'clock this morning, just trying to sleep. I have really bad insomnia, and sometimes it gets the best of me, where I'll sit and I'll be like, yeah, I'm going to go to sleep. I lay down and I'll lay there for like an hour, and it just doesn't happen because my brain is just like, you need to think about all of these things. So I ended up reading the whole entire first Hunger Games book. The whole thing. Last night. Just read the whole thing. I don't know. I hadn't read it yet, and my roommate let me borrow it. And I was like, alright, I'll read a couple chapters, it'll put me to sleep. I got past, like, the 3rd chapter, and I was like, I'm still not tired. So I kept reading. Got about halfway through it, and I was like, might as well finish the book. So I read the whole thing, and ended up going to bed around 6 o'clock this morning, and Josh, because he absolutely loves me, bought me one of these, which is amazing, and is my savior right now, because I would still be sleeping. Considering it's like, I think it's like 2 o'clock right now here. Oh no, I lied, it's 3 o'clock. I have my laptop right in front of me. I woke up at like 1 and took a shower, and I was like, ugh. Because at school, I get into healthy habits where, I go to bed at like midnight usually. Yeah, usually midnight. And then I'll get up at 9 o'clock, which is, a lot of sleep. Most people only need like 6 to 8 hours, but I usually get 8 at school. Just so I can focus better in classes and stuff. But when I come home, sleep is just never an option, honestly. I am usually up until 4 or 5 in the morning, almost every time I come home. And I'm not really sure why. I think it's just, like, I'm so used to having someone in the room with me when I go to sleep, like my roommate. It's just comforting almost to have someone else there with you, so I go right to sleep. But when I'm home, it's dead quiet in the house, and I just kind of lay there, and I'm like, okay, this is awkward, because I have nothing to do at home, because I don't have my license, so I can't go anywhere or do anything, so I just kind of chill in my room and go on Tumblr and YouTube and all those really unexciting things, excuse me, and, yeah, so, I'm happy to be home, but at the same time, it's not uncomfortable at my house, it's just stressful almost, because my dad is mega stressed right now. He has the boat out of the water, he had to put a new motor in it this past 2 months, and he's running out of time fast, so he's really stressed, and that stresses me out, because I tend to feed off of people's emotions, because I'm a very emotionally involved person. So when I come home and he's all stressed and anxious, I get the same way, because, laptop, don't fall asleep, because it's just, that's all I feel when I'm at home. So I'm lucky to have my dogs, though. I have a Staffordshire Terrier, and a chocolate lab. The Staffordshire Terrier we rescued a couple months ago because my chocolate lab is 10 years old, and he was in the in the house a lot by himself, and I figured it would be nice to have another dog for him to have for company because, you know, he is getting older. So we rescued the Staffordshire Terrier, and ironically, his name is Trouble. And I guess you could kind of say that's why I adopted him because, I mean, first of all, he looks like a pit bull. And that's how the Staffordshire Terrier breed looks. And that's why most people, you know, didn't adopt him, because he does. He looks scary. You look at him and you're like, oh my god, he's a pit bull. He's going to be vicious. Because immediately that's what everybody assumes. That's the stereotype. But Trouble was the sweetest dog out of all of them there. Like, he was so sweet, and he still is. Like, he's more gentle than the chocolate lab that I have. Legitimately more gentle. Like, if you feed him something from your hand, he'll use his lips. He won't use his teeth at all. He's so gentle, and all he wants to do is give you kisses. Like, when we first got him, I went to pet him and stuff, and, like, we were roughhousing and stuff like that, and he kept, like, when he goes for your face, like, he wants to kiss your face, his jowls move up, so it looks like he's going to bite you. And at first I was like, oh god, like, jump backwards, like, thinking he was going to try to bite me. And then I realized all he wanted to do was lick my face. And I was like, you are the goofiest dog on the face of the planet. Like, he is hilarious. So goofy. He is, oh my word, I'm so glad we adopted him. He is such a sweetheart, and I'm very happy that we have him now, and he isn't sitting in the pound somewhere, you know. Because I honestly don't think people would have adopted him, because he does. He looks like a pit bull. But so yeah, I thought I'd give you guys, you know, a little update on what's going on here. So, stupid hail outside makes it a little difficult to do anything, but hopefully camp will be fun, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!